Hey there! I own a remote recruitment agency and our success rate is from 90 to 95%. And in this video I would like to share with you how we do it. My name is Alina, I'm a remote recruiter, and for the past 5 years I've been hiring people from around the world, so from more than 30 countries for the companies mostly located in the US and in Europe, but they're hybrid companies, they're entrepreneurs, and I put my experience in this channel and share some of my best insights, tips, and our processes. If you're interested in the topic how to hire better people, how to scale your company and delegate well, please subscribe and put a like to this video. Also, stick with me to the end, so I will share with you a super cool bonus. Okay, let's dig into it. Let's go through the main parts of our hiring process. So the first one, what we are doing is collecting information. Basically, what you need to do for yourself is to find out who exactly you need. And recruitment agencies very often are using the profile form. We created our own profile form over the 5 years. We always perfecting it and making it better. So it is not that big, like some people say it takes them 5 minutes to fill, some people say I need some time to think, so everyone takes their own time. It can take anything from 5 minutes to several days to think and 5 minutes to fill. So basically profile form is just questions you ask yourself about that position that you want to hire, and you focus on who exactly you need and diving into the topic. Okay, where this person is coming from, where they are located, what is the time zone, where do I want them to work before, do I want them to work in international companies before, or I don't really care, do I need experience, how much, like this kind of simple, for some people obvious, for some people not very obvious questions you ask yourself. One thing that I really recommend to do is to ask yourself one great question. If you take 100% of the time of that person and divide it into tasks, how would you divide it? 20% social media management, 20% copywriting, 20% managing my inbox. Let's say it's like a personal executive assistant, no? And you want to understand how much this person will work on each of these tasks, so you can delegate better. First of all, prepare already some SOPs. It's not that simple that the person just comes and you just say, okay, do the job. You have experience, you're supposed to know. No, like you need to also prepare. Let's start with that. Basically, let's not get too much overwhelmed with all this information. First of all, you gather information from yourself, from your team, to understand who exactly you need. The next stage would be to screen the candidates that you would source. Sourcing candidates is something that is very individual depending on the position. For example, developers you wouldn't source by just posting and waiting. Nothing will happen. You won't find amazing people. Only maybe somebody with like 5 days experience. But you need to hunt for them. So you need to do active search, you need to dig deeper where they have worked before, this kind of people, and try to sell your position to them. But when we talk about some more generalistic position, more like assistants, customer support, you can also do posting on different job websites. So if you want me to make a video about job websites, please write it in the comments and I will do a video on the country that you're the most interested in. So here I want to also say about the importance of testing candidates after you source them and applying the tests that are specific to this position. So when we talk about tests, tests are the tricky ones because in some positions we always say that it is something optional, because for some positions it is definitely needed because you're gonna have a huge pool of candidates, and for some positions they are already so niched that when we find a candidate we first want to interview them and then quickly move them through the process, because we are really, let's say, we don't want to lose them because they're already very rare find. You need to move quickly. So you found this person, the person is interested into having an interview with you, you have an interview, and you just don't create a huge process out of it. Then I really recommend you not to be biased. So use second opinion. If you have someone, it could be whoever. The best if it's a person who's gonna work with this candidate. But if you don't have such a big team, that you don't have departments and so on, you can just ask opinion of your friend or somebody who is also an entrepreneur or hiring manager, HR. What do they think about this candidate for this position? And second opinion is always great, because it's not gonna happen this kind of situation when you're like, this person reminds me of my cousin, and my cousin is a very nice person, so let's hire them, for sure it's gonna work out, or like my first girlfriend. Obviously that's not the best. You need to be the most focused and check this particular person without thinking like, oh, they were so sweet, maybe it's gonna work out. That's always a mistake. So I would evaluate the person who's in front of you and not put on them too much stigma on like how they are and so on, So you don't know them that much, and we are trying to find out the most important professional information into a short period of time. So the best is always to use second opinions and put these opinions together when you are not sure, for example. I will give you an example how our funnel goes after the interview. Often we have a test before, then there is an interview. So here we work really fast. It's very important after the interview not to lose the candidate, because great people have different job opportunities and very often they go through many interviews. So what we do, first the recruiter interviews them. After that, the lead recruiter checks that interview, checks the scorecard that recruiter created, and says, okay, I totally agree with you, or I disagree with some points, let's discuss, let's dig deeper, let's ask more questions. Then it all happens within like 1-2 days. It has to be really fast. Then after that, this person moves to the next stage if we are preparing all the documents, and basically the person is moving to the stage of talking to the company, where the interview is a little bit more technical. They ask additional questions. They don't ask the same questions because they already watched the interview with the timestamps and so on. So like they are prepared, And so basically, since this candidate has gone through many stages, you cannot be biased and just say, oh, it is a very positive, sweet person, let's hire them. No, if they don't fit the position, they don't fit the position. But they could fit some other position. It doesn't mean anything. It means just the only thing that it doesn't fit this particular position, and it might be that it's better to continue looking. What about the interview stage? I really recommend not to waste your time on the candidates that showed the red flags before the interview even. So if you feel that the person is like answering slowly, disappearing, the same is gonna happen during the work. And if they already, when they're trying to get the job, they're behaving like that, they're not gonna get any better. So that's big red flag. The same if you see on the interview, for example, if it is a remote interview, you see that they are dressed unprofessionally. I'm not saying that they have to wear a suit or like a white shirt, but it is not like a dirty t-shirt, messy. It is not related to programmers again. So in IT, everything is kind of tolerated, it's a different world, but still it's changing. And like nowadays, most of the companies wouldn't want this kind of person in their team. If they don't have enough willpower to prepare for the interview, to be tidy, to have a calm atmosphere around, they can go to some calm place and organize their workspace. In this case, that's good, and if not, it's a big red flag. So I really recommend here to prepare yourself, and I will link here a video how to prepare for a great interview, where you can see what kind of steps do you need to take to make your hiring process going more smoothly and better. And the bonus tip would be obvious for some and non-obvious for others, is that you have to respect candidates. You have to respect people in general. Like, this is must have for the reputation of your company, because the world is very small place. The remote world is even smaller, and your company is creating reputation every day, and it could happen easily that like some perfect candidate is gonna know the candidate you ghosted, or you're gonna get bad reviews. You can have like lots of troubles of just not being a nice person, okay? But basically, I just recommend to not ghost, to give feedback. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it is not fast, but that's why the best is often to delegate recruitment completely to professionals and to spend time on something else. So basically, like I often say, I don't understand why many entrepreneurs are still hiring. They're doing the whole hiring process by themselves, even if they have 7, 8 figures companies. I think hiring is important. It is a skill. You should do it, but partially you don't have to screen candidates. You don't have to source them. You have to do primal interviews, check their English, check their soft and hard skills. This is not something that the founder should be focusing on. So yeah, one thing I want to say that it could have consequences, and I recommend you to be nice to people. Like that's a weird recommendation, but anyways, just be nice. And as I promised, in the end of this video, I want to share with you our hiring guide, so you can download it below. You can just leave your email and get a guide on different recruitment tips, some that I didn't mention in this video 100%, and some will be already in that PDF. And I really hope you will find some valuable insights in that document. Let me know, please, how did you like this video? And if you did, please put a like please, because it really helps, and people on YouTube are asking for it, not just because, because it actually helps. So thank you very much for watching this video, and see you in next one.